What is going on, beautiful people? Today, we're going to be answering the question: was any of it real with a narcissist? Or was it all fake from the beginning? Was it all a ploy to manipulate you, get into your life, and break your heart? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Mm. Welcome back, folks. Yes, yes, yes. Narcissistic people. Y'all get hyped to my theme music. Don't worry. Look, I'll just be bouncing in the background. Y'all don't even see it. But yes, that's one of the things, the main questions that I do get, y'all. Was any of it real? You know, was was it all fake from the beginning? Was it a ploy? Help me, Lee. Please tell us. And I'm going to tell you right after I do a shameless plug for my kids' book. Check out my kids' book, written by myself and my wife. Well, my wife and myself. I said it backwards. Her name is even first on it. It's called "Remember It's Not Your Fault." It's available on Amazon. It is a kids' book. It is a conversation starter to have some of those tough conversations with your kids about toxic relationship dynamics, telling them the truth, being honest, loving yourself, all that other good stuff, y'all. It's available on Amazon. It's called "Remember It's Not Your Fault." Yes, y'all. But narcissistic people. Let's get into it. Toxic people. Like, was any of it real? And that's one of the things. That's a question I get from so many people because I know at the crux of everything, at the bottom line of every single thing, most people just want to know that they mattered, and I get it. I absolutely get it. Most people in these situations just want to know that they mattered to someone and that all their time wasn't wasted with this person. And like I said, I completely understand that. And I'm here to tell you that no, no. So are there some narcissists out there who, from the very beginning of the relationship, their intent is to be manipulative, dishonest, hurtful, all of the other stuff? Absolutely, yes. There are some narcissistic, abusive people out there who have their hearts and minds set on just being damn near evil people. Like those would be more along the lines of like your sociopaths, your psychopaths, or whatever. Like not everybody's going to be the same in this situation. No, not all psychopaths or sociopaths are going to from the beginning just be like, you have something I want, and I'm going to get it from you. No, not all of them are going to do that, right? But are there some out there from the very beginning? It's just a ploy to get something from you. You might have some money. You might be an exceptionally beautiful person. You might, you might have connections that they need. Some people will absolutely use you for whatever you have. So that can be true. There are some people out here who will absolutely use you. Let's be real. It could be fake from the beginning. Just be honest, like just keep it. Yeah, it could absolutely be fake from the very beginning with some of these abusive, narcissistic people, right? But on the other hand of things, there are some narcissists out there, and I was talking to there's another content creator named the Bat Wolf. He's a content creator. He's another self-aware narcissist. I actually met up with him when I was in Houston, Texas, a couple weeks ago. We had this conversation. Like to me, it's not always fake from the beginning. To me, if I find somebody that I really like, that I really want to be with, I'm love bombing them because I want them to feel loved. I'm love bombing them because I want them to be. I want to be around them. I'm love bombing them because I want to be in their presence. This is why I'm love bombing them. Like I'm not love bombing them from just trying to be manipulative from the beginning. Like I'm gonna manipulate you. You know what I mean? I'm not. That's not my goal right here. Is to be manipulative in that space. My goal is to love bomb you because that's all I know. You know, I want to get you to love me as I want to get you to love me as fast as humanly possible because for me, it's a benefit to having you love me because I get validation, I get this supply, and I get you, right? So from the beginning, my goal is to get you. My goal is to be enthralled with you. My goal is to because I feel good about myself. I want you to feel good about yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel great about me, and I feel great because you make me feel great. It's not just because I'm walking up every day and I'm feeling great about myself. No, being around you makes me feel great. I love this feeling that I get around you. So I want to reciprocate that. I want you to love the feeling that you get the feeling that I get from being around you. I want you to get the same feeling for being around me. I had to close my eyes and work the words out sometimes. They be jumbled up in my mind. They come out the middle of my mouth. You know, they come out jumbled up in my mouth. Um, but this happens to so many people, right? It really, really, truly does happen. And I tell so many people, it's just like I just from the beginning, there are some narcissists who really, I think, really do care about you. And I have to get this. I have to give this disclaimer every time. Just because I am making this video saying that some narcissists care and it could be real with some narcissists does not mean that you should give that person another chance. It absolutely does not mean like, well, Lee told me no. Lee did not tell you to go back. Lee didn't say give another chance. Lee is just trying to help you get it. Lee is trying to help you understand and possibly get the closure that that narcissistic person didn't give you to make you feel like you didn't waste your time with this person. Sometimes, like I said, back to our regularly scheduled program. Um, this is how it happens right here, y'all. There are so many narcissistic people out there that like want you to feel good because I feel good, and we throw ourselves into the relationship. Like you see, scroll across the bottom of the screen is courses.mentalhealness.net. You can find my course called Understanding the 7 Stages of a Narcissistic Relationship, where I go deeper into detail about that, right? Um, I go deeper into detail about the love bombing phase. But narcissists want to make you feel good because you make us feel good, right? So when we get down to the nitty gritty of it, once the love bombing ends, I start questioning every single thing about you. That narcissistic person starts questioning every single thing about the relationship down there. Like, is this real? Is this something that I actually want? Is this somebody I actually want to be with? Is this going to work out? Like, what is this situation going to be? Like, they start questioning themselves. Like, is there somebody? They start questioning themselves. Like, is there somebody out there that fits me better? Um, what's going on here? So some of them will absolutely start to ask themselves those questions, start to ask those questions right there. Like, is there somebody out there that fits me better? If there this, is there that? And because they start to ask themselves the questions, so guess what happens to them? They start falling out of love with you. They start disconnecting from you because now they're starting to question everything about you. But Lee, why did they do that? Because they saw your flaws. They saw that you were not perfect. In the beginning, they looked at you as perfect. You're a perfect human being. But we all know perfection doesn't exist unless you are a believer and you believe in the Almighty. A perfect human doesn't exist. So what I mean by flaws is you could have just said the word no to them. You set a boundary. You know, you laughed weird, whatever it is. You're not perfect. It's not. When I say flaws, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. When I say flaws, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person or something like that has happened along those lines, right? Um, it just means that this person doesn't see you the same anymore. And once they stop seeing you the same, they start treating you badly because now it's never going to be the same. Like I see you differently. Like you're a different person to me because of what's going on. You're a different person to me because of how things are balanced out and whatnot. You're just a different person overall to me. And they hate it. They really do hate it. You know what I mean? They really, really do hate it. So then they started treating you differently. They started disconnecting from you, and they started making you feel like you're worthless. So at first they started making you feel like you were priceless, like you were priceless. Like they couldn't put a price on you. You just had so much value, so much worth. But now they stripped you of all your worth and all your value. Now you're feeling bad about the situation. Now you're questioning every single thing that comes next, or whatever is going on in your space. Now everything becomes like you're like, is this real? Was that real? What can I do next? Like, what's going to go on? You're asking yourself all these questions, and it's becoming more and more confusing towards you because that's what ends up happening in these spaces. You know, they like I said, so was it real? Yeah, it was real in the beginning, but then it's still real now. Like it's just their feelings have switched. It's like their feelings have switched off. But I don't think the feelings have switched off. When like love bombing ends, it's not like the feelings just completely turn off. We're trying to actively bury them. Like it's kind of like being buried alive. Imagine being I'm not trying to be bleak or grim, but imagine being buried alive. You're not just like, and you like imagine you just standing in a hole while somebody's throwing dirt on you, trying to bury you alive. Are you gonna sit there and let them throw the dirt on you, or are you gonna fight to stay alive? You're gonna fight to stay alive. You're gonna be crawling. You're gonna be crawling tooth and nail to try to get out of that hole. That's what our emotions for you are trying to do. They're fighting to stay alive. So in order we're trying to bury them by treating you badly. But the emotions that we had for you originally are fighting to stay alive. Right. And as they fight to stay alive, we're battling in that. And we are fighting in our own minds. Are we making the right decision treating this person like this? You know, Do I just, are we making the right decision trying to find a new supply? Is there somebody out there? I know originally I told myself that there was somebody out there that's better for me, but is that true? Is there anybody out there that's going to be better for me? Am I going to be alone for the rest of my life if I leave this person? So this is why, even though they might start to disconnect from you and treat you badly, this is why a lot of times they don't just outright leave you because they don't have anybody else right now. You know, some of them, if they had somebody else, they might outright leave you. Some of them, but a lot of narcissistic people in this situation don't just outright leave you. They'll try to find somebody else, right? They'll before they leave. They'll try to secure a new supplier, a new partner before they leave. You know what I mean? I know on your side of things, it was real for you. That's why I'm just telling y'all. Y'all didn't. Yeah, I feel like you didn't waste time, regardless of how the relationship went. I don't think you wasted time in this relationship. And I was just like, I know people just in these situations because it's yo. Are there some creators out there who would just tell you straight up, none of it was real. It was all fake from the beginning. There are some creators that will say that, right? There are absolutely some that will say, hey, look, it was fake from the beginning. This happened, that happened. But I can't do that. You know what I mean? Because I believe, like I said, I've cared about people. It might have went awry. It might have went into a different direction, but it wasn't bad. You said it wasn't out. It wasn't fake. So for me, it's hard for me to tell a person who's been with somebody for 30 years, just, hey, look, your whole relationship was fake. Get over it. Move on. Heal. Break the trauma bond. You know what I mean? What if it was real and they gave you everything that they could give you? It doesn't like reframing it doesn't change the physical facts. Reframing your situation, reframing your mindset doesn't mean that the situation changed. It happened, right? It's just changing your emotional connection to it, changing your emotional reaction to it. That's what reframing does. I didn't waste time. I spent time now. I spent time learning how not to be treated. You know what I'm saying? That's what like reframing the experience. Like who created the light bulb? Was it Thomas Edison? Um, Thomas Edison created the light bulb, and they said he failed. Like I said, he failed to make a light bulb 1,000 times before he made it. Before he got it correct, right? He said. They said, how does it feel failing 1,000 times before you got one right? Why'd you not give up? He's like, well, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I've spent 1,000 times learning how not to make a light bulb, and it took me one time to get it right. So in these spaces right here, you have to reframe. You try to reframe your experience. I know I'm not trying to minimize your abuse. I'm not trying to minimize or invalidate you. I promise you, I'm not. I'm just trying to give you a different way of looking at things so that you can heal, so that you can grow, and so that you can possibly experience the happiness that you absolutely do deserve, right? Because you do deserve it. Let's be real. You do deserve happiness. But you have to believe that for yourself. Like that's something that you have to believe. You have to want. That helps you moving forward. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I do believe a lot of it was real. It's like what if they gave you all that they had? And I'm not trying to just like, again, I'm not trying to justify any type of abusive behaviors. It's like, God, is that you? Is that God in the corner over there? Wait a minute. Well, I'm highly favored right now. So, oh, I feel it. I feel it. Y'all feel that? Y'all feel that? This that can't be a coincidence. It was as real as you want it to be, y'all. Let's keep it hot and ready. It's like you are literally worthy. You know, yeah, you got it got abusive, it got horrible, it got bad. But when you get to that point, y'all, that it just in your mind, that's who they're going to be. You gave it your all. It was real for you. For them, they're trying to minimize and make it seem like they never cared about you because that's the only way that they can get over you is to just try to make you feel like you're a piece of shit. It's to try to make you feel like you're hurting, like you wasn't worthy of their love. That's why they treated you the way that they did. That's the only way that they can reconcile in their mind that they're a horrible person. It's to say you deserved it. You didn't deserve it. The abuse was on them. The healing is on you. You know what I'm saying? It was real. It's as real as you want it to be. You didn't spend 30 years with somebody. You didn't spend 30 years. You didn't waste 30 years of your life. You see what I'm saying? Reframe your experience. I don't know. I'm gonna let the light say goodbye to y'all. If you made it this far, y'all, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I really truly appreciate every single one of y'all. I'm thankful for y'all. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for the light of my shoulder right here. That I appreciate as well. Y'all be safe. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, you can find everything about me at mentalhealness.net. And as always, y'all, as always, mental illness is out. See, I got into my thing again. Mental illness is out. Peace.
Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.